your number one source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
And welcome to tonight's ball game between the Houston Academy Raiders and Providence Christian Eagles. Here from Providence Christian, and there's the kickoff by number 19, Greg Sexton. It's going to be brought out to about the 20-yard line, where Providence will start their offense tonight. Scott Griffin here with Gavin Thomas tonight for the game. Gavin, you doing good tonight?
Yeah, Scott, man, it's a great night for some high school football tonight. Friday night lights ready to go.
It does nothing like it.
Not to mention the biggest rivalry in Dothan. I was talking to somebody earlier. There's no Dothan High Northview rivalry in Dothan anymore.
That's correct.
So this is the biggest rivalry in the city.
Handoffs up the middle. Number 5. Christian Durden on the carry over the left side for the Providence Eagles. I think we'll hear his name a good bit tonight.
Yeah, he is a key player, the main key player for Providence, and you are going to see Christian Durden a lot in the backfield. You're going to maybe see him line up as quarterback sometimes, and then also he plays defense as that safety position in the backfield, so you'll be seeing a lot of him.
Harrison Mims, the quarterback for Providence. Takes the snap. The give is to Durden over the left side. Going to be run out of bounds about the 30. Let's see where they're going to mark it. 30. Right around the 32-yard line.
Scott, I've seen Providence play a couple of times this year, and I think the biggest thing for Providence coming into this game is handling your players. You've got to make sure that Christian Durden is not tired by the end of the game, and same thing with Harrison Mims. They both play on both sides of the ball, so you got to be very careful in the energy that's spent.
That's right. Easy to spin out early. Mims drops back. He's pressured.
Oh, man.
Escapes out to the left-hand side. He's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 33-yard line by Chapman Andrews.
Yeah, great play by Chapman Andrews there, just to string out the play and then make the big hit on the sideline.
No gain on the play, so.
24, Chapman Andrews.
HA comes into the game tonight following a week off and playing Slocum before, and had a great game against Slocum. Not real sure about Providence. Mims in the shotgun. He fakes the give to Durden. He takes it. Good hard running by Harrison. He's going to get across the 40 over to about the 43-yard line, I believe.
Yeah, you were talking about that Slocum game, and the biggest thing with HA in that Slocum game was that defense showed up, and tonight that defense needs to show up again because Providence is going to throw a lot at the HA defense here. One, it's a rivalry game, so you got to know it's coming, and number two, Providence hasn't played very well, and so this is their season right here in a nutshell, right here on the field tonight.
You can throw the records and everything else out, and we've got a whistle, I believe. Timeout. Providence Eagles from here at Providence Christian School. 9:16 left in the first quarter. 0-0. This is Scenic Sports. Third down, 4 yards for the first down. Mims in the shotgun. The give is to Durden over the right side. He's got running room. He's across the 30, 35 down. Going to be brought down about the 40-yard line. Good hard running by Christian Durden there for the Eagles.
Yeah, that time Providence just a bit of a stretch play there to the right, and looks like we do have a flag on the field there, and looks like it's in the around holding.
The holding area for sure.
So we'll see.
And that's looks like that's going to be the call.
Yeah, you got to really be careful if you're Providence. When you're running that stretch play to the right, it's very easy for the lineman to get out in front in that stretch play, and you got to keep your arms in. You can't keep you watch on college and you think, oh my gosh, they're holding all the time. Well, that's the reason why, is because their arms are out, and that's all that ref is looking for, is where those arms are out and not inside.
That play also takes a long time to develop too, so you've got more time on the blocks.
That's exactly right.
Mims in the shotgun, looking left. Broke up by number 15, J.T. Ackerman.
Man, J.T. Ackerman wanted a pick six there to the house. You could tell it. You could see it in his eyes almost.
He was thinking about it, wasn't he?
He was reading the quarterback. And, we talked a little bit on the break here about how Providence doesn't really throw the ball a lot. And so to see them come out and try to run it looked like a curl route there, they did an okay job. It's just H.A. did a better job on defense, and good job Ackerman in that play.
I think they're going to throw the ball to try to keep the H.A. defense honest and keep them from stacking the front.
Yeah, I think it's smart. I think that you can't be a one-man wrecking crew against H.A. You're going to have to throw some more at that defense. The defense has been very stout the last couple of games.
That brings up 4th and 9. Providence punter, number 10. I don't have a roster, but seems to be in the game. Number 20, Walker Elliott, back deep for the Raiders.
Yeah, it looks like we had a flag there, a penalty on, and we're still trying to figure out kind of who that's on. It looks like it's on Providence. It's going to march them back 5 more yards, and that's just going to give H.A. better field position here.
I thought it was just a slight bit too early for the officials to be trying to figure out where they're eating dinner tonight.
5-yard penalty. Delay of game on the offense brings the ball back to the Providence 33.
Oh, goodness. What a terrible snap. He was able to get the ball off, though.
And they've thrown a penalty flag. It's going to be roughing or running into the kicker.
No, and you make an answer to me this, but I don't think there's a running into the kicker in the high school.
I don't.
In high school,
So it's
I think
personal
it's
foul.
15. I think it's 15 yards, no matter what
And an
happens.
automatic
there.
first down.
Yeah.
So huge, crucial mistake by the Raiders special teams there. It looks like they got there plenty of time to block the punt. They just missed it.
Yeah, that was a tough play for H.A. to kind of be able to play that play there because of the terrible snap from Providence that they were punting there. And I'm just trying to figure out what's happening here because we got a couple of people running on. But it was just a really bad snap for Providence.
The whole play, the timing of the whole thing was just off.
That's right. And so sometimes when the timing gets off, you're just running after the player and trying to get the ball. And sometimes if the ball gets off and you're still running after that player, that kind of thing happens. But you know what I love, though, is H.A.'s being aggressive.
That's right.
You can't be upset with a play like that because it's an aggressive play.
Kind of set the tone early, and the officials still seem to be having an issue. I'm not sure if they're trying to figure out where to spot the ball. I think they've got it now. I think they've got it placed around the 48. Is that right?
It looks like it's around the 48. I'm not really sure if they know where the ball is supposed to be placed. So we'll see here maybe in a minute.
We joke about the officials trying to find places to eat, but we really do appreciate them. They do a great job for us, and without them, we don't have the sports we have.
That's exactly right, and they do have a hard job. It's not an easy job to go out there, and there's some fast players out there. Sometimes they got to run those players down, and just to be able to make split decisions, that's a really great. So we're glad the refs are here.
That's right. Give us to Durden over the right side. Looks like he had a little bit of running room, got across the 50, but met by a slew of Raider defenders.
Eastern Academy territory. Gain of 4 on the play. And on the stop for the Raiders, number 24, Andrews, and number 64, Coachman.
Chapman Andrews and Ian Coachman in on the tackle for the Raiders.
Making a pickup of 3. Brings up second down.
I think we're going to see Mims in the shotgun majority of the night, as well as we'll see Caden Mitchell for the Raiders. The give was to Durden, and he coughed it up but recovered by number 53 for the Eagles.
Yeah, heads up play by Tyler Wilkes there for Providence to jump on the ball. Christian Durden usually does a pretty good job of keeping the ball in his hands and protecting the ball, but at that time he coughed it up, and Tyler Wilkes.
Good job by Tyler.
Yeah.
Right place at the right time.
That's right.
It's going to bring up 3rd and I believe about 12. Mims on the keeper. He's across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That's going to be well short of a first down. Should bring up a punting situation unless they go for it here, and then they very well might go for it here.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think they will go for it here. They're just this drive has taken a long time, honestly.
Eating the clock up.
That's right. If one thing, it is eating the clock up, which is something that Providence is going to need to do tonight.
So it brings up 4th and 5 with 5:55 left. Mims in the shotgun. The give is to Durden over the right side. He's got running room. I believe it's close, but I think he's got.
Yeah, he's going to have the first down, at least the spot that they gave him. And we can't see very well because we're on the other side of that, but a good hard run by Christian Durden there to pick up that first down. On 4th down, on 4th down and 8, you really think that they would throw the ball, but like we said earlier, you're not going to see a lot of that. So what HA's got to do is they've got to adjust. They need to adjust and put 8 men on the box like you were talking about, because what you're not going to see Providence do is throw it over their head.
That's right. Harrison Mims on the keeper, right at the middle. It's going to be brought down at the 40. Looks like a gain of 1.
Number 10, Mims will carry up the middle. Pick up a 1 yard on the play.
Gain of 1 for Mims, brought down by 67, Cade Wiggum, with some help from the other Raider line. 58, Logan Booth. And this is one of those, the defense has to make a stand right here, Gavin.
Yeah, this is a big play, a big drive for HA after Providence is just kind of lulling them to sleep a little bit with these run plays, and just people out there know that they're going to go on 4th down from here on out.
Sure. Sure.
35-yard line.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Clock continues to run here in the first quarter. 4:35 left. Still 0-0 between the Raiders and the Eagles. Mims in the shotgun. Man in motion. He keeps it. Fake to Durden. He's going to be brought down in the backfield. It's going to be a loss of about 2.
Yeah, great job by the HA defense there. I was watching that play, and they came with a linebacker blitz. A little bit of that adjustment that we were talking about, bringing those linebackers up to the line of scrimmage, making those offensive linemen for Providence to choose their gaps. Where am I going to go? Where's this linebacker coming from? I got to get somebody. And so there's just too many people for the Providence offense to handle. Here we are, 4th and 4.
4th and 4.
Big 4th down here.
Mims in the shotgun. Durden to his left, trips to the left. Mims rolls out to his left. He's got a man downfield. He's going to throw. It's going to be way overthrown. So that's the defensive stand the Raiders needed right there. And so that's going to be the Raiders are going to take over on downs.
I tell you what, you got to think that defensive coordinator over there is licking his chops now, because he knows, okay, we can just bring the pressure. We can bring the heat, because they're all we're going to do is run the ball tonight.
It's hard to be one-dimensional.
That's right.
It's just one of those. So who the Raiders take over? It will be 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. The Raiders are led by number 2, freshman Caden Mitchell at quarterback.
And I'll have to say, Caden Mitchell has looked nothing like a freshman this year under center for HA.
Plays well beyond his years, to say the least. Caden's a true leader out there. He's a multi-sport athlete, plays basketball and football and runs track as well. Just a heck of an athlete.
Yeah, very talented.
His favorites, you got number 10 lined out wide right, Will Wells. Number 24, Chapman Andrews, lined up in the slot to the right. And the give is to Jeb Daughtry. Daughtry's got running room. Jeb's going to take it out across the 40. Good, hard running by Daughtry there. Gavin.
Yeah, great run by Jeb Daughtry. We saw this in the Slocum game, just running hard running. And I think he ran over a couple of Eagles on his way to the 6 or 7 yards there.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 4.
Second down, 5 yards to go.
Mitchell lines up in the shotgun, which he will be most of the night tonight, if not all the time tonight. The give is to Daughtry again. He's got running room. That's going to be good enough for a Raider first down across the 40 to about the 40, across the 45 to about the 47-yard line, Gavin.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I know, we've only seen about 2 or 3 plays on offense here, but I like the game plan that I'm seeing, because what's going to happen is, HA is going to run the ball here, and they're going to keep, Providence. They're going to get them to move up closer to that line. You can hit them with a play action, and that's the difference in HA and Providence this year. Is HA can take the top off the ball, Providence can't.
Throw is out. Cameron Mitchell. Cameron is going to be down right at the first down marker, across the 50 to the 40, across the 46-yard line. Going to be brought down about the 44-yard line, I believe.
And just like that, Caden Mitchell shows you his arm strength to get the ball out fast over to his receiver to the left side, and just to be able to get it over there on the edge. You're going to be able to make plays on the edge tonight.
Would like to mention the new head coach for the Houston Academy Raiders this year, Eddie Brundage, has done a fantastic job coming in. Daughtry over the right side. It's going to stretch that out for good positive yards, brought down about the 36-yard line. That's going to be good enough for another Raider first down.
Yeah, another thing to look at here, I know we've kind of mentioned it at the beginning of the game, but a lot of tackles by your safeties, a lot of tackles by the guys in the back and your linebacker. And if you see there, the middle linebacker is Christian Durden. He's spending a lot of energy on defense, which makes that offense not as valuable. You understand?
Mitchell's got a man deep. Swells.
Oh, man.
Just off the fingertips. I like what the Raiders are doing, though, on offense.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're kind of talking about. At that point, they knew they were running the ball well, took a play action, fake to the running back, and then took a shot, and it was there. It just wasn't, it was right off his fingertips.
So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Raiders. 1:21 left in the first quarter, still scoreless at 0-0. Mitchell gives to Daughtry over the right, cuts it up the middle actually. Going to be brought down, I believe they're going to mark it at the 33.
And this has been a fairly quick first quarter, which unfortunately does not bode well for HA. It actually bodes well for Providence to kind of get through these quarters quickly, and that's what Providence will do, is they'll lean on that running game and try to kind of slow down this game a little bit.
Mitchell's got a man open. It's Will Wells out to the left. Will's got running room.
Oh, that's
He's
it.
down to the 10.
Oh!
He's going to be brought down about the 3-yard line. What a play by Will Wells. Mitchell hits him far left. Will does the rest.
Yeah, that was a great play by Will Wells. Just an athletic play. But also, I got to give Luke McClurkin some credit there, because that was a touchdown-saving tackle.
First and goal for the Raiders. Mitchell and the Raider offense look to the sidelines for offensive coordinator Don Jacobs' signs. Mitchell's got the play. Daughtry to his right. The give is to Daughtry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage by Christian Durden and brought down in the backfield. Great defensive play by Durden.
Yeah, that was a wonderful defensive play, and that's going to take us to the second quarter.
Wow.
I know it. I tell you, it goes fast.
So, from Providence Christian, after the first quarter, Houston Academy Raiders 0, Providence Christian Eagles 0. This is Scenic Sports.
Your number one source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
Lewis Smith Supply is dedicated to offering a vast collection of fixtures, faucets, and accessories for your kitchen and bath. Make your dreams a reality. Step into the area's only Kohler Premier Showroom or see Delta's Brizo collection for the latest trends in kitchen and bathroom designs. Lewis Smith Supply offers an extensive line of plumbing supplies for contractors or do-it-yourselfers. For more inspiration, come visit one of our showrooms in Dothan or Enterprise.
Start of the second quarter. Houston Academy knocking on the door. Second and goal. Mitchell's got an man out. Going to be a little bit wide, looking for his brother Cameron. Far left.
Yeah, Caden had Cameron Mitchell right there at the sticks and just wasn't able to get the job done there.
So it's going to bring up third and 10, or third and goal, I should say.
Do you go for it on fourth down if you don't get here?
You know what? If it's me, I'm going for it. I'm trying to set a tone here in the second quarter, very like Providence set the tone in the first quarter. But that's obviously why I'm not coach. That might be why I'm not coaching football, Gavin.
Well, you know, that's really the Lane Kiffin approach of you.
And that's going to be a touchdown.
Touchdown, Raiders.
Nice throw by Cameron Mitchell to Will Wells in the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, great job. Just a little slant play there. Was trying to get the fade over here on the first play, and then 3rd and 10. Go for the touchdown for the little slant play. Great job by the Raiders there, and they needed that because what you're going to need to do if you're HA is you're going to need to score.
I know we mentioned Greg Sexton for the extra point. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. So, with 11:49 left in the first half, Houston Academy strikes first. Houston Academy Raiders 7, Providence Eagles 0. This is Scenic Sports. Houston Academy takes the lead 7-0. Number 19, Greg Sexton, gets ready to kick the ball for the Raiders. Christian Durden back deep for the Providence Christian Eagles.
Yeah, and Christian Durden is dangerous back there. I've seen him take a couple of back for a touchdown. So good job, HA.
Did he catch? That was mighty close to catching that on the one.
That was very close. I think he did call for the fair catch before he caught it.
That would explain it.
Because I think he wanted to run it back too. That's not like
that's
Christian Durden.
Right.
I think that's more from a coach because I know Christian and he would want to run that thing out.
He likes the action.
Yes.
You got to think we're going to see a lot of the same stuff from the Eagle offense tonight. I mean, they just don't throw the ball a lot. We alluded to that earlier. To see if HA can make the adjustments to that. Mims in the shotgun. The give is to Durden. He takes it up the middle. He's got running room.
Oh, man.
He's got a big running room.
Here he goes.
He's going to take it out close to the 50-yard line once he got through the first line of defense.
Yeah, that was a great run there by Christian Durden, just right through the middle. You got to give that offensive line props there. But I tell you, Cameron Mitchell just put a licking on him and said, hey, if you're going to do this to us, you're going to feel it.
And that's one of those that's like you alluded to earlier, he's playing both sides of the ball, so it does take its toll on you. Mims in the shotgun. Durden to his right. He's going to keep it and go straight up the middle. He's got running room. Another big run for the Eagles. Mims just took it straight up the middle.
Yeah, great play by Mims again, and now Providence has got this thing rolling with a great run play by Christian Durden, and then just hand it or just keep the ball because he's their second best player for Providence, and so just keeping the ball and following his blockers. Again, the offensive line did a great job on that play.
HA continues to put three men in the box. They give us to Durden. Nice play. Durden met by number 72.
Yeah, that was a
Big
lot
Ethan
better.
Coachman.
A lot better defense that time by HA. I just think they need to be sound in their gaps. They don't need to, they really need to make sure that
They've got to be disciplined.
They definitely have to be disciplined tonight.
So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
It's very easy to get cute in a rivalry game, and I think the discipline is a big thing tonight.
The Eagles ball will be put in play for the Houston Academy 36.
2nd and 10 from the 34. Mims in the shotgun, flanked by Durden to his right. He gives the ball to Durden. He takes it out to the left-hand side. He's got running room. That's going to be good enough for another Providence Christian first down. Knocked out of bounds by number 20 Walker Elliott on the play for the Raiders.
Yeah, that was a great play by Walker there to tackle him, because if he didn't, it would have been 6.
Oh, the only problem is they're starting to get to the secondary. You don't necessarily want your defensive backs and your safeties making all the tackles.
That's exactly right.
See if the Raiders can adjust on that. Mims takes it straight up the middle. And they're just chewing up ground here down to about the 11-yard line, I believe.
Yeah, Providence has found something on this drive. We saw a heavy dose of just running back in the first drive. This drive, they've been able to kind of switch it up. You're either seeing Mims run it, or you're seeing a running back, whether it be Christian Durden or anybody else. And that just makes the defense have to kind of pick and choose who they're going to be dialing in on.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 3 from the 14-yard line. Mims takes it, and he's just going to keep it. Well, he's going to be brought down in the backfield, but doesn't go down. But finally brought down. 67, Cade Wiggleman to start, and did a great job of holding him up till the rest of the Raiders got there.
Yeah, better play on defense again. Was able to shoot the gap a little bit quicker that time, and making sure that Mims is okay out there. He got hit pretty hard on that play.
Number 10, the ball carrier, making the stop in the backfield that time. Number 24.
So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 for the Providence Christian Eagles on the 21-yard line. 8:35 left in the second quarter. Mims takes the snap. The give is to Durden. He's coming around the right side. He's trying to stretch it out. He's going to be knocked out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Looking like no gain, Gavin.
Yeah, not much. If he did, he maybe made 1 or 2 yards here. But this is a big 4th down here. We've seen the HA defense stop him on the other side of the field. Let's see if the HA defense can stand up and make another kind of goal, at least red zone stop here.
Gavin, is the HA defense to the point where they sell out for the run here, even on 4th and 11?
I think you do. The reason I say that is because when we were over here and we were on the 10-yard line on the other side of the field, you didn't see anything from Mims that he could do it. But
Beautiful
that was
pass.
An amazing pass by Mims
off the fingertips of number 20. Mims down.
Yeah, you know, and Providence didn't come up with the score or with the first down, but if I'm the Providence coach there, I've got to be happy with what I just saw. I mean, you've got to have confidence.
Mims threw a perfect strike right there.
You've got to have confidence in Mims going forward that he's going to have to throw the ball tonight, and those receivers have got to be ready to catch it.
So that's Houston Academy takes over on the change of downs. Mitchell in the shotgun. Little option play to Daughtry. Daughtry's going to throw it downfield. Got a little wrinkle just off the fingertips of Will Wells. I like the call, though, Gavin.
Yeah, absolutely, and we talked about it already that this is a rivalry game, and everything's comes out in a rivalry game. You see all the great plays and all the trick plays and all that good stuff, and so wonderful trick play. Unfortunately, it wasn't able to be executed, but I think that they did a good job on that play.
Rushed it just a little bit.
Patience has been something that we've kind of talked about tonight. I think HA's just got to be a little bit more patient.
Mitchell rolls to his right. He's looking downfield. He's got a man open. Oh, what almost a great catch by Will Wells.
Yeah, Will Wells went up for it, and it looked like it was going to be a great catch. And then, unfortunately, when he came down on the ground, it popped out.
Number 17 for the Providence Eagles, and on the defense there.
Yeah, this is a big play for the Providence defense. I think if they're going to stay in this game, they're going to need to stop HA at least once or twice tonight.
They've got to flip the field. Mitchell in shotgun. He drops back to pass. He rolls out to his right. He's looking downfield. He's going to run it. He's got running room. He's going to be across the 35. Mark him out at the 35. That's going to be good enough for a Raider first down, Gavin.
Yeah, and sometimes the simplest play is get your wide receivers out wide, let them run down the field as fast as they can, and let your quarterback run while the other defenders their back is to him. So great play call by the HA Raiders there, just getting that Providence defense off kilter.
That play call by offense coordinator Coach Don Jacobs. Another pass out to Wells. It's going to be a gain of about 4. It's going to be knocked out of bounds about the 39, I believe. They're on the far side, so it's kind of hard for us to tell. But
yeah, another reason why that 3rd and 10 was so crucial for HA there was because, as we see, we're almost 6 minutes now left in the second quarter. This may be the last time that HA gets a possession in this quarter, just because the way that this game is kind of going. And so you want to make sure that you have as many possessions on offense as you can.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 7. Mitchell with the give to Daughtry. Daughtry's got running room. Daughtry's another strong, hard run by Jeb Daughtry. He's going to take it out across the 50, brought down at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, great run by Daughtry there. He really made a couple of Eagles miss on the play and was able to get it down the field for a good pickup.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Daughtry goes in motion. The quick flip to his brother Cameron. Cameron's got running room across the 40. Cuts it back.
Uh-oh. It's going back to...
I think he realized what was happening and ended up getting down right on the 40. Yeah, helmet comes off, so...
He's going to have to go out for a play here, Cameron Mitchell is. But, yeah, I see what he wanted to do, and sometimes players can try to make a big play, and sometimes when they're going backwards to try to run around people, it just doesn't
work out.
Doesn't work out like they want it to.
Jack Waller in the game for the Raiders. Mitchell on the keeper, run a little option to the right. We brought down, I believe they're going to mark it at the 39. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3 for the Raiders.
Yeah, that time he just decided to keep the option instead of pitching it out. I really thought that maybe if he pitched it there, that guy on the running back would have stretched out that defense, and he probably would have gotten a couple more yards.
The throw wide right to Jack Waller. Waller's going to take it down inside the 25. They're going to mark it at the right on the 25, so another first down for the Raiders.
Yeah, Scott, we're really just seeing the game plan right in front of us from HA here, and it's working those sides. It's working from sideline to sideline, right? And Caden Mitchell's doing a great job of just putting the ball right on the money to his receivers, because that's what you got to have with those types of plays.
Get it to your playmakers. Raiders look to the sidelines to get the play in. Mitchell, they give us to Daughtry. Comes around the left side, cuts it back. He's got running room again. I mean, just a great job. And I'd like to mention what a great job the offensive line for the Raiders is doing. They're opening some holes for Jeb.
Yeah, not only that, especially on that play there, it looked like that they pulled the right guard or the left guard. I couldn't tell there, but they did pull a guard over to block for him as he's going down the field. So great job by that offensive line to be able to move down the field like that. That's not easy to do.
72, Ethan Coachman. 58, Logan Booth. 71, Hooper Richards on the left side. The give is to Daughtry. He's going to be brought down in the backfield. Great job by the Providence Eagles getting in the backfield there.
Yeah, you're not going to see a lot of that from Providence. They just don't have a lot of oomph up front on the defensive side of the ball. So whenever they can get a big play like that, it's very important for Providence to capitalize with big plays like that.
On the play, brings the ball back to the Eagle 16-yard line. It'll be second down, 12 yards to go for the Raiders.
I believe we got timeout. Timeout, Providence. So with 3:22 left in the second quarter, Houston Academy Raiders 7, Providence Eagles 0. This is Scenic Sports. 2nd and 12 for Houston Academy. 3:22 left in the second quarter. Houston Academy with the 7-0 lead here in the second quarter. Mitchell's going to line up in the shotgun. Daughtry to his right. He's going to drop back to pass. He's looking to his left. He's going to take it. He's going to keep it. He's still looking downfield. He's going to run it. He's got running room. He cuts it back to the 5. He's down. And he's going to be brought down at the goal line. I believe it looks like they're going to mark it about the half-yard line.
Yeah, great play by Caden Mitchell there. And that time he was patient. He was looking down the field, obviously didn't see anything that he was comfortable throwing the ball down the field with, and then did a great job of just that athleticism showed on that play.
Hard to believe.
And then Christian Durden made him pay right there on the goal line also. So
hard to believe he's a freshman.
It's very hard to believe he's a freshman, but the proud HA.
That's Daughtry over the goal line for the Houston Academy touchdown. What a drive for the Raiders there, Gavin.
Yeah, great drive. Again, we were talking about it. This game is going so fast that HA just needs to get more possessions. And so to be able to score on both the possessions they had the ball was very important.
Great job there by Daughtry getting in the end zone. That's going to bring out number 19, Walker Sexton, with Walker Elliott with the hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 2:40 left in the first half, the Raiders extend the lead 14-0 over the Providence Christian Eagles. Sexton out for the kickoff. Durden back deep for the Eagles. And there's the kick. And that's going to be another touchback. Sexton's done a great job this year, being his first year of ever playing football. Done a fantastic job on kickoffs and in field goals.
Yeah, that was a great kick there, because I can tell you, you do not want Christian Durden to get a head full of steam down the field there, especially in that situation with 2:40 left to go. They need really good field position, so they really needed Christian Durden to be able to take that back, and they weren't able to because of the kicker. So great job.
Mims comes onto the field, gets the play ready.
Now, for the offensive drive here for Providence, this does not bode well for them. They can't get the ball down the field by throwing it with 2:40 left. You're kind of in a hurry-up situation.
He drops back. The pass is complete, but then he... Number 5, Durden, on the reception, and he is down. He took a couple of hard licks right there.
He did. He took a big lick right there. And
number 40, Jaden Gilbert, in on that tackle.
Christian has had, I know last year he had an injury that he was kind of nursing the whole season, and then wasn't really able to play at the end of the season. So this is tough for Providence, because this is a big time player for Providence. You hate to see a kid, no matter what kid it is, but you hate to see a kid down on the play here.
We're out here for a game.
That's exactly right.
It's a game. The grand scheme of things, at the end of the day, it's a game.
It means a little bit more to these guys, because they do know each other, and at the end of the day, they love each other. It's just it's a rivalry game, and they want to beat the other person. So with 2:25 left to go, 14-0 here, HA at the Providence Eagles Stadium.
Clock runs with 2:19 left. 2nd and 7.
Yeah, Christian was able to come out on the play over to the sideline, so he's up and okay.
Hopefully he's fine. Harrison Mims on the keeper, brought down by Walker Elliott. Walker did a great job coming up from safety position. That's going to be good enough for a Eagle first down, though. That clock's running, which I think is what they want, with 1:55 left.
Yeah, if you're Providence here, you may just want to, you just lost your key player here, and you may just want to kind of run this to the half.
Number 11 on the carry for Providence.
And on the flip side of that, if I'm HA, I'm burning some timeouts here. I want the ball. I want to go ahead and get this thing to 21-0 at the half instead of 14-0. Let's go ahead and end this thing before halftime even starts.
Go out on a high note for the half. 1:18 left. Clock continues to run. It looks like they're going to take the approach to just sit back.
And I'll tell you this too. HA's done a really good job this year. They've played really well, and they've won a good bit of games that maybe a lot of people didn't think they could win this year. And if you're Providence here, they haven't played as well. They haven't won some of those games, and so to be down 14-0 is actually may not be as bad as what they thought that they were going to be. So maybe that is what Providence is thinking. Is let's go to the half 14-0. Let's talk about it. Let's look at some adjustments and come back out here and see what we can do.
Try to win the second half.
Yeah.
Little false start on the Eagles offense there, so that's going to back them up 5. It's going to bring up 2nd and 12, I believe. 56 seconds left. Good crowd tonight.
Yeah, great
beautiful
crowd.
Night. Beautiful night for football.
On both sides of the HA side and Providence, great crowd.
We got a new quarterback in, number 2 for Providence.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. I'm not sure where Mims is or if he's okay down here, but it's kind of interesting. He's still on the field.
I guess maybe just trying to throw a wrinkle in it, maybe. Good job by the Raiders calling timeout there, I believe. So it's going to set up 3rd and 10. I don't know.
He is in the 8th grade, so, man, they start him young these days,
Pittman drops back to pass. He's got a man open, number 4. as he was brought down by number 21, William Pitchford.
Good-looking pass by the 8th grader, Craig, there.
And his name was Craig Pittman, in at quarterback for the Eagles. Number 2, as Gavin alluded, he is a 8th grader. So we've got an 8th grader and a 9th grader at quarterback right now for the two teams.
That just means that both of the teams have maybe some great future players.
So here we are, fourth and 7 from the 36-yard line. I think they're going to try to get Houston Academy to jump, and they don't. So Providence Christian Eagles timeout with 43 seconds left. Houston Academy 14, Providence 0. This is Scenic Sports. We are 4th and 7.
After the timeout, Eagles.
Harrison Mims in to punt.
Formation number 10.
And the punt is off. It's a wobbler to the right. Walker Elliott back, and Walker fields it. He cuts it upfield. Walker's got running room across the 40, across the 45. Walker outright across the 50 to the 35. What a return by number 20, Walker Elliott. Just a fantastic job for the Raiders.
Wow, that was a great return by Walker Elliott, and man, I just didn't know if he was ever going to go down there. And the HA crowd over there is really having a great time.
Run out of bounds right in front of the student section.
10 yards to go.
So that's going to bring up 1st and 10 from about the 24-yard line for the Raiders. 26 seconds left in the first half.
And we talked about it. HA had plenty of time to get the ball down here to score right before the half, and that return right there just sets them up to do that.
Mitchell drops back to pass. He looks to, he's going to scramble. And he's going to run out of bounds for a gain of about 3.
I think that was a smart play by Caden Mitchell. Obviously, they were trying to get the touchdown right there on that play, and didn't see anybody open. And smart play to run the ball out of bounds, and let's take our shot on 2nd down and not throw an interception before the half.
That's exactly right, Gavin. It wasn't there early, and he saved it with 20 seconds left on the clock. He did a great job of noticing that and getting it out of bounds.
I know I'm not the offensive coordinator here, but I tell you what, I'd be running a screenplay, because that defense right there for Providence is coming after him.
It's open too. Mitchell drops back. He's looking to his right, looks back to his left. He's looking in the end zone. He's got a man. Chapman Andrews down. Touchdown Raiders.
Yeah, great play. Wow. I was just making sure that he didn't step out of bounds there, and it looks like the ref is calling it a touchdown. So, man, Chapman Andrews, you know that guy pretty well.
He's very, very proud of number 24.
He's had a couple of big plays this season, and right there on a rivalry game to score a touchdown, that's one of the biggest ones you can.
It being his senior year too, it's just special.
That's special.
Sexton in for the extra point. The kick is up and the kick is good. So a quick strike from the Raiders. 12 seconds left in the second quarter. Houston Academy takes a commanding 21-0 lead over the Providence Christian Eagles. This is Scenic Sports.
All right, we're back here at the Providence Eagles Stadium, and it is 21-0 with 12 seconds left in the second quarter. We'll see Sexton tee off for the kickoff here, and they will be kicking it. And another great kick by Sexton out of the end zone, which will have the Providence offense starting on the 25-yard line on offensive. Sorry, the 20-yard line. And I will be very surprised if Providence tries to run a play here. I think that Providence will be trying to get to the half. We'll see what the Providence offense has up their sleeve with 12 seconds left in this second quarter. This game has moved quite quickly. We have a flag on the play. Looks like Providence had too many people out on the field, and that will back them up another 5 yards. It does look like Craig Pittman, number 2, is the quarterback for the Providence Eagles, starting this drive again with 12 seconds left in the second quarter. And Providence is just going to snap the ball and kneel it here, but there is a flag on the play. Looks like we had a Providence lineman maybe get off the ball a little quick there. So they're going to march themselves back another 5 yards here. Providence will just snap the ball here and will go to the half. Well, we have made it now to halftime of the rivalry of the night, the Providence Eagles and the HA Raiders. HA Raiders put up 21 points in the first half against the Providence Eagles, which the Providence Eagles was not able to score in the first half. And the HA Raiders did a great job of moving the ball. And the Providence Eagles had a couple of chances to move the ball, just was not able to score. Had a couple of fourth downs that did not go their way. But HA is up here 21-0 at the half. We will be back with the second half. This is Scenic Sports Network.
Your number one source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
Lewis Smith Supply is dedicated to offering a vast collection of fixtures, faucets, and accessories for your kitchen and bath. Make your dreams a reality. Step into the area's only Kohler Premier Showroom or see Delta's Brizo collection for the latest trends in kitchen and bathroom designs. Lewis Smith Supply offers an extensive line of plumbing supplies for contractors or do-it-yourselfers. For more inspiration, come visit one of our showrooms in Dothan or Enterprise.
Please take the field for your halftime performance. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Headmaster Dr. Scott Phillips and Principals Dr. Vince Ganey and Mr. Craig Seelig, now taking the field for your halftime enjoyment, the 2021 Houston Academy Mighty Marching Raider Band. Band captains are Justin Lee and Greg Sexton. Band is in the field direction of drum major Miss Joanna Bennett. Major captain and featured twirler Miss Emily Edwards. Load captain is Ian Hoffman. Dance sponsors Mr. Cole Linsby. Major sponsors Miss Jennifer Edwards. Associate Director of Bands Mr. Joey Peter, and Director of Bands Mr. James Holmes. Featuring soloists Justin Lee, Greg Sexton, Allie Hinkley, Meredith Williams, and Jameson Flowers, we are proud to present our show, Postcards from Spain. Allie Hinckley. Sexton, Lee Riley, Hayden Fowler. Justin Lee and Greg Sexton. Feature forward, Emily Edwards. Piccolo, Meredith Williams. Alto sets, Jamison Flowers. The Houston Academy Mighty Marching Raider Band. We thank you for being such a great audience. We hope you enjoy the rest of the game.
Your number one source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
Lewis Smith Supply is dedicated to offering a vast collection of fixtures, faucets, and accessories for your kitchen and bath. Make your dreams a reality. Step into the area's only Kohler Premier showroom or see Delta's Brizo collection for the latest trends in kitchen and bathroom designs. Lewis Smith Supply offers an extensive line of plumbing supplies for contractors or do-it-yourselfers. For more inspiration, come visit one of our showrooms in Dothan or Enterprise.
the kickoff. And that's going to be into the end zone for a touchback. Raiders taking the ball first here in the second half. Quick recap of the first half. Pretty much all Raiders. Gavin, 21-0. Quick score right there at the end of the first half to take a commanding 21-0 lead.
Yeah, a lot of offense for the Raiders, and Providence has had some promising possessions, making their way down the field. Has been in the red zone twice, and has not come up with fourth down plays. And so that's been really the talk of the game, because HA is just scored on every possession, so they just can't score with HA.
Gibb is to Daughtry over the left side for a short gain. I think you're going to see a lot of the same things from both offenses here in the second half.
I'll tell you what, if I'm Providence though, this is where you've got to stop this HA offense right here at the beginning of the third quarter, because this is where you're going to have the most momentum in the game.
Try to set the tone for the second half. Mitchell gives the ball to Daughtry over the right side. He's got runner and cuts it back. He's across the 20, across the 30. Brought down at the 32-yard line. It's going to be good enough for a Raider first down.
Yeah, good tackle by Luke McKirkland there, because Jeb Daughtry was coming pretty hard there off the corner.
Offensive line for the Raiders starting to open up a little. Open up some good holes for Daughtry. Mitchell in shotgun. Twins to his left. Daughtry goes in motion. Pump fakes to his brother. He's got a man downfield. That's Will Wells. He's got it. And Will's going to take it to the house. 10-5. Touchdown Raiders. What a throw. And what a catch.
Yeah, we alluded to it earlier that's the difference in the game. You know, HA can take the top off the ball, and a really great throw by Caden Mitchell to Wells, who's had a heck of a game already. Great. I mean, that was a
fantastic
70-yard play, 70-yard offensive play there, and great drive for HA to come out and score right here at the beginning of the third quarter.
That's what the Providence Christian Eagles did not want to happen, but sometimes it just happens.
Yep.
The PAT is good by Greg Sexton. Houston Academy takes a commanding 28-0 lead over the Providence Eagles. 10:39 left in the third quarter. This is Scenic Sports. So Sexton gets ready to kick off. Greg Baker back deep for the Eagles in place of Durden. We hope Christian's all right.
Yeah, Scott, we aren't gonna see Christian Durden the rest of this game, and we found out by sources that it was a rib injury, and we hope that Christian Durden's gonna be okay. But the big thing is this is a big thing for Providence, and it's gonna hurt because you don't have your man on defense, your key player on defense, and you don't have your key player on offense. So
I look for Houston Academy to pin their ears back and just come after them. We haven't seen a whole lot of. Did the ball come loose, Gavin?
Yeah, it was close. I think they are going to say that the ball came out there, and HA is going to have the ball. We're waiting now to see what the ref is going to say. We've sure got a lot of players that think that it's one way or the other, but I guess they're going to say that he was down on the play.
Yeah, I guess so. You couldn't really tell from where we were, or where we are, I should say. But nonetheless, it is the Eagles' ball. It's going to bring up 2nd and 9, I believe. I just don't think we're going to see a lot of passing from the Providence offense. He drops back. That's going to be intercepted. Charlie Knowles with the interception, but I think they're going to call.
Charlie Knowles, that was a great play by Charlie Knowles. All he was doing was reading the quarterback's eyes there, which is Craig Pittman, again, another eighth grader on the field for quarterback for Providence. Because Christian Durden had to come out, Mims now steps into the running back position, which means that Craig Pittman had to come in. But it is going to be a defensive penalty. It's going to be pass interference, I believe.
I believe you're right. I think we got a quick jump on it, and I think it was not incidental contact, but they called it. So that's a break for the Eagles.
Yeah, it was a break for real, because watching that play, that the wide receiver there didn't really see the defense at all and just ran into him. So they definitely got the better end of the deal there.
So this brings up 1st and 10. Drops back. He's got Mims out in the flat. Mims is going to be taken out of bounds just shy of the 45-yard line.
Yeah, better play call there by Providence to with a little screen pass, which I've kind of been waiting to see tonight, because it's open for both teams to be able to use that screen pass. Now, there's going to be a holding call on this play, I believe. It's right there in the area.
The holding area. And I think you're right. And hold it is.
With those screen plays, you got to be really careful. They're very they can work as long as you execute them right. But like you were talking about earlier, those linemen have to hold those linebackers and defenders so long that it's easy to pick up a holding call.
The give is to Mims.
Okay,
I think the ball's down again.
That time they're going to give it to H.A.
That's Houston Academy football.
Yeah, good job by H.A. there just to keep him up, because I believe he was going down, but H.A. was able to keep him up on his feet and rip the ball out. Great play by H.A. there.
Couldn't tell who ripped it out. Slew of Raider tacklers in on that play. So that sets up the Raider offense. Good field position at the 27-yard line. Mitchell lines up in the shotgun. Daughtry to his right. Trips left, trips right.
Inside Eagle territory. To be put in play from the Eagle 28-yard line.
Mitchell gets it out to Wells quick. Wells has running room. He's going to take it down to the 15-yard line. That quick out has been there all night long, Gavin.
It has been there, and that play in particular, if he would have been a little bit more patient and let his blockers kind of get downfield and follow his blockers, I think he would have been able to get to the end zone. But great play by the Raiders there for their first down on this possession.
It's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the 15. 7:58 left in the third quarter. Houston Academy 28-0.
Watch this, little more trickery here. We've got an offensive lineman out on the far left. Scott, check it out.
Tackle eligible.
Oh, man.
Through the hands of Mitchell on the play. Another nice drawn-up play, though.
Yeah, another little wrinkle, as we call it, and got that lineman out on the edge. And I tell you what, if he would have caught that, he would have been gone, because that lineman had gotten downfield and was blocking a safety.
It was set up. So 2nd and 10 from the 15. Mitchell drops back. He's got Chapman Andrews over the middle for the Houston Academy touchdown.
Touchdown Raiders, and another one for Caden Mitchell. Was able to find Chapman Andrews on the skinny post route there. Great job by Chapman Andrews to hang on to the ball, especially whenever the Providence defense hit him right there at the goal line.
Great job. Chapman saw the opening and just sat down in that soft spot, and Mitchell hit him right over the middle. Sexton with the PAT. So with 7:34 left in the third quarter, Houston Academy has extended the lead 35-0 over the Providence Eagles. This is Scenic Sports. Number 19, Greg Sexton, out for the kickoff. Number 11, Grant Baker, back deep for the Eagles. And that one's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. Sexton done another great job tonight, Gavin, on the kickoffs and the
great
PATs.
Job. Great job. A wonderful job. And just tell me a little bit, Scott, because I'm not familiar with it, but give me a little bit of the history of this rivalry game against HA and Providence. You've had some family members at Providence, and also you have family members at HA. So kind of give us a...
This rivalry got going back in... I got to think back. It was around 2004 or 2005, I believe. Providence has been on the top side of it the last 6 years, which is the longest streak, I believe, that's so far past intended.
Yeah, again, I because I'm not necessarily up on the history of this rivalry or anything, I do remember the Providence Eagles kind of having the upper hand the last couple of years. So
the last 6 years.
So this has to feel good for the Raiders here.
Sure.
Being up 35-0 with 7:23 left in the third quarter, to be able to win this rivalry that you haven't been able to win in 6 years is a big deal.
You take these seniors for Houston Academy that have never beaten, Providence. They're throwing the ball deep. The pass is complete.
Yeah,
Houston
wow.
Academy got turned around a little bit and just did not make a play on the ball, it looked like.
Wow, that was a big play. That's probably the biggest play we've seen thus far by the Eagles there. And kind of threw up a prayer.
and was answered.
It was. And I don't blame them here, because they don't have anything to lose again, being down 35-0. So I like the play call there, just throwing it up and seeing what you can get.
Sure. It's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 35. Drops back. He's looking right. He's going to throw again. And that's going to be intercepted by Jack Waller in the end zone. Jack brings it out. Jack's at the 20. He's got running room. It's going to be brought down to the 25-yard line. Great play. Jack Waller with the defensive interception in the end zone to turn away the Eagles.
Yeah, great job. And I tell you what, great adjustment. The last play, Providence kind of did the same exact thing. It was kind of the same exact play. So the play before, you got beat. So what do? It's how you respond. You respond with making sure that you are disciplined. You've got your eyes in the backfield on the quarterback, reading that eyes. Good job by Waller there with the interception.
Great job by Jack, one of the seniors on the Houston Academy team. The give is to Daughtry over the right side. He's got running room out across the 30. Can be brought down.
Number 36, Jan Daughtry with the carry and right tackle.
So I hear you saying, I heard you say a couple of seniors kind of talk with me about what this HA Raiders team is going to look like next year, kind of moving forward. I know that Providence does not have a lot of seniors kind of playing. A lot of their seniors kind of quit earlier in the season, kind of before the season started. So you can kind of see some of these youngins playing out here for Providence. And I know that HA kind of has some young kids also. Kind of talk to us about what we're kind of seeing here.
The majority of what we're seeing offensively tonight, other than Chapman Andrews, Chapman is a senior, but Will Wells is a junior. I think we got a time.
Yeah, we got somebody down.
We got a person down on the field.
For Providence, it looks like.
So with 5:24 left in the third quarter, Houston Academy 35, Providence Christian Eagles 0. This is Scenic Sports. So with 5:24 left in the third quarter, Houston Academy has it, 1st and 10.
Yeah, that was Harrison Mims down for Providence there. He was able to walk off the field, but hate to see that. Now Providence is out with their first key player and now their second key player.
Daughtry over the right side across the 50, brought down just shy of the 45. And the offensive line for Houston Academy is really starting to lean on that defensive line of Providence.
Yeah, the defense of Providence has been out on the field a lot in this third quarter, and you can see it. A lot of hands on the waist, a lot of hands on the hips, and so HA just has to capitalize on that and just keep punching the ball.
On.
Yep, just keep punching the ball down the field.
Mitchell gives to Daughtry, straight up the middle, across the 40. It's going to be close to a first down, just shy of the 35-yard line. They're going to mark it about the 37-yard line, actually. It's going to bring up second and about 2.
Gain of 9, and time by number 36, Daughtry up the middle. In on the stop for the Eagles, number 40, Tyson Smith. It'll be second down and 1 yard to go. Ball resting at the Providence 37-yard line.
Mitchell in shotgun. The give is to Daughtry over the right side. And you can see Daughtry is going to be the workhorse the rest of this third quarter, it's looking like.
Yeah, I would punch it in one more time if I'm HA, and then I'd maybe pull some of those, pull some of your key players out and kind of let some of your other players be able to play. Most likely going to be won by the Raiders, but if we can kind of fast forward and look to next week, what is going to be the key? What are going to be some keys to win the game next week against Wicksburg for HA?
From what I've seen from Wicksburg, they've got a couple of bruising backs. I believe Miller is one of them, possibly. Seems like that's the case, but they've got 2 good running backs. They've got a smart quarterback. It's going to be a tough matchup. The quick out to number 21. William Pitchford. William Pitchford back for his second game. Missed the first several games with a broke back. So Pitchford back out there.
Well, I know we're looking forward to that game next week for sure. Is that going to be a home game or is it in Wicksburg?
It's at Wicksburg. Mitchell gives the ball. The ball was on the ground. I believe Daughtry got it back, though, I believe. And he did.
Number 36, Daughtry with a carry in the middle. Picks up a Raider first down.
So that's going to be first and goal for the Raiders from about the 11.5-yard line. Let's see if the Raiders can punch it in here.
And on the stop for the Eagles, number 62.
And that Opp and Wicksburg game that we were talking about is on WTVY. It's their game of the night. And I'm looking at the score now, and Opp is up 21-0 in the third quarter of that game. So it looks like Opp is going to come away with the win. So Wicksburg will be coming into, HA will be going to Wicksburg, with Wicksburg kind of dropping a game to Opp. So just something to think about there.
We played Opp earlier this year. Opp's a very good team, very solid, got a great quarterback that can throw it around. Just a solid football team.
Brings up second down and 1.
A little trickery.
A little bit more trickery, right? And that would have been a touchdown for sure if it wasn't a false start.
False start on the Raiders. But you could see they're trying to throw some wrinkles into the mix offensively.
Yeah, they are. I like what I'm seeing. It's just the only thing when you're throwing some wrinkles in and you're throwing some trick plays in, up 35-0, is you just hope that you're not showing too much to Wicksburg moving forward.
So it's going to bring up second and goal.
They're going to do the same exact play.
Give was to Daughtry with the direct snap, takes it down across the 5, just inside the 5-yard line. So that's going to bring up third and goal.
Yeah, Providence knew exactly what was going to happen there because they ended up running the exact same play that they had before whenever they had the false start.
I think they're just going to let the clock run out here, Gavin.
That's it for the third quarter.
Clock runs, 10 seconds left. So we're going to take it to the fourth quarter here at Eagles Stadium at Providence Christian, with the Houston Academy Raiders up 35-0 on Providence. This is Scenic Sports.
Your number one source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
Lewis Smith Supply is dedicated to offering a vast collection of fixtures, faucets, and accessories for your kitchen and bath. Make your dreams a reality. Step into the area's only Kohler Premier showroom or see Delta's Brizo collection for the latest trends in kitchen and bathroom designs. Lewis Smith Supply offers an extensive line of plumbing supplies for contractors or do-it-yourselfers. For more inspiration, come visit one of our showrooms in Dothan or Enterprise.
So here we are, start of the fourth quarter. 12 minutes left. Houston Academy up 35-0 and knocking on the door.
I'll tell you one thing, Providence may be out of this game for the most part, but this crowd and that band is not out of the game. They're playing hard out there. Great throw.
What a touch pass from Cameron Mitchell to his brother. Caden Mitchell to Cameron Mitchell. Excuse me, I get those mixed up. But
yeah, it was a family affair there, and man, what a throw!
He saw him open and just lofted it perfect for the touchdown.
That's the kind of throws you're going to need next week for sure.
That's right.
Going to need that precision passing.
Well, you got to love the momentum they're going to carry into next week.
Yep.
And that goes a long way. Greg Sexton with the PAT. So with 11:40 left in the fourth quarter, Houston Academy Raiders 42, Providence Christian Eagles 0. This is Scenic Sports. Sexton with the kickoff. It's going to be fielded at the 1 by Providence. Good return out to about the 18-yard line, just shy of 20 on the far side.
Yeah, that time, they were able to bring the ball out that time. So Providence did a good job of making something happen.
Stop for the Raiders special teams, number 22, Andrew Gill.
I like the little whiteout you've got going there with the HA crowd over there.
Yeah.
They got some. They maybe got influenced by the whiteout at Penn State this past a couple of weeks ago.
That's got to be intimidating for anybody to go to Penn State with that whiteout like that.
Oh yeah.
Short gain for number 24.
Well, last time Providence had the ball, we saw a lot of what we call Hail Marys. We'll see if we see another Hail Mary here, but I think they're just going to keep it conservative and
try to run time off that clock.
Yep.
So second down and 7 for the Eagles. Quarterback keeper tries to get outside, brought down by number 34. I believe that's a Beaver. Kenan Beaver on the tackle.
Yeah, and just looking out there, I do not believe I see Mims anywhere out there. So they're out, Christian Durden and Mims. They're two best players here in the fourth quarter with 10:20 left.
Let's just hope they're not hurt too bad. Third and 9. The give is over the right side. Nice run by number 33.
Yeah, number 33, Kaiser Sims.
Got another player down for the Eagles. So with 9:48 left, in the contest. Houston Academy 42, Providence 0. This is Scenic Sports. And I don't believe they're going to get it. And that's going to be a turnover on downs.
Get the ball to HA on a turnover on downs.
HA is going to have good field position at the 26-yard line. The game at this point is out of hand, so let's just hope there's no injuries the rest of the night on either side.
That's right. We talked a little bit about what HA is going to look like moving forward, especially next year. And just kind of looking at this Providence lineup here, you're going to have Mims back, which is massive, as long as he comes back to play for Providence with a penalty flag here. We'll see what that's about. But then you're also going to have Christian Durden back, as long as he can go. And so you've got some key players for Providence that'll be back for their senior year next year. Some of the players that you're going to lose, some key players are Jonathan Wells, and we've said Luke McClurkin's a good name a good bit tonight, and so both of those players will not be here. But both teams I think have a good looking group coming back next year, so it'll be good to see what next year holds for both teams.
It sure will. So 10-yard penalty on the Raiders.
I know Providence will kind of be happy to kind of get a clean slate next year after the kind of season that's kind of been for them. It's been a tough season for them this year. And HA is just looking for a postseason spot, a spot in those playoffs.
That's right. The give is to JT Ackerman up the middle. JT runs hard down to the 30-yard line, a gain of about 6. That's going to bring up 2nd and 14 for the Raiders.
JT Ackerman will carry up the middle. Gain of 5 on the play brings up 2nd down and 15. Ball now just outside the Providence 30-yard line. And on the stop, the Eagles, number 18, Vincent, and number 6.
Clock continues to run with 8:03 left. They give us to Ackerman over the left-hand side. He's got running room. He's going to take it all the way down to about the 21-yard line on the far side. So.
Interesting how different the first half was to the second half. We were speeding through the first half, and this second half has kind of come to a screeching halt
a little bit
as we kind of work our way down to the end of the game with almost 7 minutes left.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and 6 for the Raiders. 7:25 left in the contest. Mitchell drops back. He's looking downfield. He's got a man open. It's Andrews. Chapman's got it down to the 5 and goes into the end zone for his 3rd touchdown of the night.
Give him a hat trick. Great job again by Chapman Andrews to find that soft zone. He's been able to find that soft zone all night. Just sit down in that soft zone. He's been watching a lot of, looks like he's been watching a lot of tight ends in the NFL, because that's what they do. They sit there, especially Travis Kelce. I can think of some other tight ends, and Dallas Clark back in the day, he did a very good job of that. Just sat down in that zone, gave the quarterback a good, big target, touched the ball, and able to do some things with it after. Just great job by Chapman Andrews. Oh, no good.
Jet Votto in for the extra point. I think it sailed just a little bit wide right.
We'll see if we see some more HA players that maybe not see the field all the time, just like we did there for that extra point.
So with 7 minutes left in the 4th quarter, Houston Academy Raiders 48, Providence Christian Eagles 0. This is Scenic Sports.
Back in to receive for the Eagles, number 11, Grant Baker.
Sexton with the kick through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So that's going to bring up
Kickoff goes into the end zone for a touchdown.
the ball.
1st down and
First and 10 from the 20-yard line.
Well, while we got a minute, let's go ahead and let our viewers know about our YouTube page, Scenic Sports Cable Network. If you type that into youtube.com and search Scenic Sports Cable Network, you can see all the different games that has happened in the Wiregrass from 2004 on, maybe even more than that. And just go onto the YouTube page and check it out. There's lots of great content on there. Not only just football, there's baseball, there's basketball, all kinds of things. You could probably spend a good month on that YouTube channel. If you love Wiregrass sports, that's the place to go. And please subscribe to that. The more subscribers that we get, the more content we can put on our YouTube channel. So please do that for us. And then also go to our Facebook, Scenic Cable TV, I believe is what it is. Scenic Cable TV Network. And like us on Facebook as well.
The give is to number 33 over the right side for a short gain.
All right, Scott, I'm going to ask you a question here, and it's not going to be about this game. It's going to be about tomorrow.
Ooh.
What is the game in your eyes? What's the game that you are really looking forward to tomorrow on the college field?
I'm really looking forward to Auburn, Georgia. I'm anxious to see how, Auburn with the big win last week at LSU.
Massive
Georgia
win.
with the huge win at home over Arkansas.
Massive win there as well.
I'm just anxious to see that. I think that's going to be a...
Well, I tell you this, being an Auburn fan, looks like it's going to be H.A. Ball here H.A. Ball.
Chapman Andrews on the tackle, forced the fumble, picked up by 21, William Pitchford.
If I could, I'll get back to the college here in a minute, but if I could pick a player of the game so far tonight, it would definitely be Chapman Andrews with 3 touchdowns, now a forced fumble. All he's got to do is intercept a pass, and he's got the whole entire package there.
He's had a great game.
He deserves a sonic blast. What do the kids enjoy after a good game these days? I went to Checkers when I played. That was my exciting meal. Go get some Checkers fries.
Oh, you can't beat them.
And a milkshake. So I don't know what the kids do these days, but whatever it is.
Knowing Chapman, when he gets through, he's going to be. He's going to get home, take a shower, and he'll be in the bed.
I kind of felt like that was what was going to come out your mouth, because when you're playing hard out there, man, it's easy for us to watch this game, but being out there on the field,
mentally and physically, they'll be shot after the game. But
absolutely.
It being a big city rivalry, you never know with him. The give us to Ackerman over the left side. Looks like he lost his foot and kind of slid down right at the 15-yard line, feet first. The clock continues to run, 3:25 left in the contest.
So going back to the college game, you talked about Auburn, Georgia. I went to Auburn, graduated with a media studies degree there, and I tell you what, huge Auburn fan, and it was a massive win against LSU in Death Valley. We hadn't won there in a very long
99,
time.
I believe. Was
99. It's been really hard to win at Death Valley for us. But I tell you, if you like defense, it is going to be a defensive game tomorrow against Georgia. Georgia has probably the best defense I've seen since 2009 Alabama team.
They're very good.
They are massive. That boy up front, Jordan Davis, he is at least 3 of our linemen up front.
He is a monster.
We are going to have to triple team him, which means that we're having to have a hard time on offense. So
I think the Auburn defense will show up too. I'm not really sold on Georgia's offense this year, but
it's going to really come down to if not JT Ackerman, JT Daniels is going to play. And look at Caden Mitchell
Mitchell lowers his shoulder a little bit and gets inside the pylon on the far side for the touchdown.
Ran number 11 over, mowed him over to get to the end zone there.
And I believe, Gavin, I believe I'm right when I say Houston Academy has scored on every possession.
And they've had multiple possessions because of turnovers now in this fourth quarter. Providence did a good job of holding on to the ball for the most part the whole entire game. But as the game continued to go on into the fourth quarter, you just saw turnover after turnover.
And the extra point is blocked. So a bright point for the Eagles there.
And I'll tell you, this game has kind of been over for a while, but what I have liked that I've seen from Providence is they haven't put their head down. They're still fighting. They're still going out there. They're still working on getting better, and that's exactly what you have to do in a position like this. This is not where you want to be if you're Providence, going down to a rivalry game in your home stadium, 54-0. But I give them credit for just continuing to fight.
At this point, as a coaching staff, that's really what you look for. At this point, you look for the fight, and you come back next week, regroup, and get back at it.
That's exactly right.
So, 2 minutes, 1 second left. Sexton gets ready to kick off.
For the Raiders, number 19, Sexton.
So Lane Kiffin wasn't able to get it done.
What? Oh. Gavin couldn't tell who received it on the far side.
Yeah, I wasn't able to tell either here. Baker.
Number 11.
So I was just going to say, we talked about Auburn, but Alabama does have a big game against Texas A&M tomorrow. What do you think that, and Lane Kiffin wasn't able to get it done against Nick Saban, but do you think Jimbo Fisher, even though the Texas A&M hasn't really been what we thought they were going to be in the SEC this year, do you think Jimbo Fisher has some things up his sleeve for this game tomorrow?
You can never count him out, but I revert back to SEC media days.
Okay.
And Jimbo had a let's just say he told Saban that they were going to kick their rear end.
I think
Saban's response was, at golf? Because it was the golf tournament. So
I love that response.
I think it's going to be, we'll see if Saban can continue his streak against his assistant coaches.
And as players, we call that bulletin board material.
That's exact. And the last thing you want to do is give Alabama any bulletin board material before you play them.
Yeah, I think one of the funniest things I saw was Kentucky had a really great game plan against Florida and beat Florida. Fun game to watch. And Kentucky has another very interesting opponent in LSU. We'll see if Kentucky can keep an undefeated season, which would be incredible for Kentucky. But what was so funny was when they beat Florida, Kentucky fans were saying, "We want Bama," and some of the other Kentucky fans ended up saying, "No, you don't."
Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, they were screaming, "No, you don't!" Like, just don't even go there.
Yeah, it's one of those that you really don't. You might think you do after that big win, but
just don't
at the end
poke
of the day,
don't poke the bear.
You just really don't want that. Clock runs with 25 seconds left. Houston Academy is going to come away with a 54-0 win here at Providence Christian. So nice win right here.
Yeah, I mean, we're having fun up here talking about college football or whatever, but this is an amazing win for HA. Like we said, a lot of energy in the stadium tonight.
Do what now? Oh, yeah, they're tough.
So yeah, tonight
We seem to have some fans from Providence seem to be out of kilt here, but that's okay. What do you expect?
Yeah, that's right. So this again, it's just the rivalry. This is kind of what you expect. We just want to keep it clean, keep it fun out here, and
that's right.
It's good to see these.
You can't help some of these fans being like they are. You just can't help it.
We had a great game here tonight. HA came out on top, and they've kind of cleared the scoreboard on us right here. But I believe it was 54.
I believe it was 54 to nothing.
Okay. 54 to nothing here at the Providence Eagles Stadium. Scott, man, it's been a blast.
Gavin,
I've had a good
absolutely,
time,
brother. As always.
And I'm sure we'll maybe do it again.
Absolutely.
As long as the headmaster Scott keeps going out of town, I'll be right here.
Hey, and hopefully all the players tonight that went down, hopefully they'll be back next week and be ready. So
absolutely.
So from here at Providence Christian, Houston Academy 54, Providence nothing. This is Scenic Sports.
Your number one source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.